Hello everybody and welcome back to Growth Media. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and enable the ring icon to not miss any future videos. Today is the first video of the Tools of Titans book summary series. Tools of Titans is one of many best-selling books that the author Tim Ferriss wrote. In the past, we talked about one of his books, The 4-Hour Workweek. Make sure to check out the link for that video in the description below. Tools of Titans is a treasure of information that contains everything the author has learned by interviewing over 200 world-class performers in his podcast. Some of those 200 world-class performers are Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tony Robbins, Seth Godin and many more. You might want to consider following his podcast called The Tim Ferriss Show. The nice thing about Tools of Titans is that it comes in a different style than the other books that Tim Ferriss wrote. For example, his other books like The 4-Hour Workweek, The 4-Hour Body, or The 4-Hour Chef are books by him that you have to read cover to cover to get the best out of them. However, Tools of Titans comes in an encyclopedic style. Tim calls this book a buffet. You can pick and choose whatever topics you want to learn more about. To make it easier for the reader, this book is broken down into 3 main parts. 1. Healthy. 2. Wealthy. 3. Wise. No section of those is too long, but all of them are filled with highly usable tools that challenge you, in order to come out from the other side, as a better and more capable person. In this very first video, we will be talking about Seth Godin. So who is Seth Godin? Seth is one of the world's most famous entrepreneurs as well as authors in the field of business and marketing. Seth has started 2 worldwide companies, Yoyodyne and Squidoo. Yoyodyne was a big success and he eventually sold it to Yahoo for $30 million. Seth Godin is also an author for 18 New York best-selling books. Some of them are even national bestsellers. He talks about topics such as leadership, marketing, entrepreneurship, and many more. If you like to dive into his world, here are his 4 most famous books. 1. Linchpin. 2. The Purple Cow. 3. The Dip. 4. Tribes. So after knowing who Seth Godin is, and some of his books, let's learn the 4 main pieces of advice that he offers for us. Advice number 1 is about your career. An amazing quote from Seth goes like this: "Be a meaningful specific and not a wandering generality." If you want to be successful in your specific field, then you should have a specific goal and purpose in that field. He says that you should learn to sometimes say no. If somebody gives you a task to do, and that task is not relevant to your goal, then you should say no. Seth sees that many people are lost in their lives. Many people don't have a specific direction to follow in their field or career. He mentions that they should focus on one specific skill that helps them to stand out in their career. Advice number 2 is for your everyday life. Another quote from Seth goes like this: "What you track determines your lens." From his wide experience and many failures in life, Seth discovered that he used to only track the sad moments in his life. He also discovered that he didn't focus on the small wins and accomplishments in his personal life. Over time, he learned to focus on those small wins that he achieved daily. When you focus on your small improvements, this act by itself will help you to focus on the positive side in your life, and also feel good about yourself. Advice number 3 is to generate enough bad ideas. What Seth means here is that nothing wrong with coming up with bad ideas. You should keep generating bad ideas until one day, you come up with that one great idea that will set you apart from everybody else. Remember that Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before he eventually succeeded with the light bulb experiment. And when he was asked about it, he said that he learned 10,000 different ways to not light a bulb. He had 10,000 bad ideas until he finally found the good one. The 4th and final advice from Seth is in the field of marketing. Seth came up with a rule that he called the first 10 people rule. In this rule, Seth talks about marketing your idea to your first 10 people. If the idea is good enough, it will go from those 10 people to another 10 and another until it goes viral. However, if your idea gets to those 10 people and stops there, then you need to know that your idea is not good enough, and still needs review and improvement. This was it for video number 1 of the Tools of Titans series. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to video number 2 of the series. Until then, stay safe.